again, everybody, and welcome to my first video back. Um, I have some ulterior motives here. Uh, I wanted to kind of update all of you guys on what's been going on in my life and just crazy things that have been happening. Um, kind of give you my plan for what's happening with this channel, what's happening with my Twitch channel, and I also got my loot crate a few days ago, I think. Anyway, since starting my loot crate unboxing, I have not missed a loot crate unboxing, so this will be a combination update and loot crate unboxing. So there. Um, so as far as what's going on with me, um, you can probably tell I'm not doing great. Um, uh, I'm still having issues with my panic disorder. I had another what I'm calling event where I had a panic attack with severe convulsions. Um, Yesterday, actually, on the way to see my psychiatrist, and then it persisted while I was in the psychiatrist's waiting room. Which, for those of you that don't know, um, agoraphobia. A lot of people misunderstand what agoraphobia is. They think it's a fear of like going outside or something like that, and it's not. And it's a common misconception because agora is the Greek for comes from the Greek for like open public spaces, and phobia means fear. So fear of public spaces is what it sounds like. What it actually is the fear of having a panic attack where other people can see you, and not being able to get to a safe place when the panic attack happens. So the fact that this event happened in a very public place is kind of a worst case scenario for someone with agoraphobia. Not to mention the fact that these, convulsions are dangerous, and they actually physically damage my body by, I pulling muscles and things like that. So, yes, yesterday was a horrendous day for me. But I was able to talk to my psychiatrist. I was, they've, unfortunately, she decided, with my input, to be honest, because I can't handle these events happening anymore. She decided to increase my dosage, which means that I've been trying to get off diazepam because long-term use of it causes brain damage, plain and simple. But these events are dangerous, and they started after I started weaning myself off, or I didn't wean myself off of it. My psychiatrist was weaning me off of it. I was following her directions. So short term, we have to fix these events before I can get off this dangerous and addictive medication. So that's kind of where I am as far as health. I'm not doing well, but I'm moving forward. The next thing is this channel. And my Twitch channel is kind of tied into that because most of the stuff I do on Twitch I will upload here. It's official. I've been demonetized. I'm no longer a YouTube partner. So I can't monetize my videos. I lose access to a couple other things that I wasn't using. And it means that it's going to be that much harder for me to eventually get to the necessary requirements to become a partner again. Also, despite what was told to us through a couple offhand comments, I don't think YouTube ever directly stated the money that I have earned, which I'm not going to go into details, but is significant enough for me to care about. As of right now, is simply gone. I have not been contacted by YouTube. There was nothing in the demonetization letter that I got that told me that I was going to get that money. According to what I can see, the money is just gone, which is incredibly upsetting. I'm not saying that I'm never going to get it. Again, from what I've read, YouTube claimed that they were going to do payouts for anyone that still had money in their account that hadn't been paid out to them. Since I have yet to receive a payout because I haven't hit that threshold yet, I've been wary as to whether or not they would actually give me a payout or not. So time will tell. For those of you that weren't kind of paying attention on the 20th when all the channels got demonetized, for most of the day, no one could upload to YouTube. Demonetizing that many channels, however they did it, screwed up YouTube itself, and no one could upload or edit any of their videos for most of the day. So this has already gone over like a lead balloon. And again, it would not surprise me if the money that I earned is just gone. But we'll wait and see. As far as what's going to happen with this channel, the last month and a half, minus the bit of time that I took off to try and get a little better, has probably been the most rewarding I've had on this platform. My goal has always been to create a community, to be able to interact with people, to be able to create videos on topics that people wanted, that people were interested in. That's what's been happening, despite the fact that I'm not a partner anymore, despite the fact that I'm not getting, thousands of subscribers or, hundreds of thousands of views or anything like that. That's what was happening here. And it was fantastic. And I'd like to see if I can continue that. I still have, technically, I still have 10 more classes in the Player's Handbook that I can do in-depth guides on. There's a bunch of subclasses from everything from Matt Mercer's stuff, DM's Guild stuff. There's tons of stuff I can do on that. I'm still very much interested in making mental health videos. Even the music history lesson I gave you guys went over remarkably well for how dry a topic music history can be. So I think there's a lot of potential in the channel, and I think if I work at it, I think I can eventually get my partner status back. So that's what I'm thinking of doing right now. That's what my plan is. As far as this next coming week, I'm probably not going to make any YouTube videos because this next week I'm going to try and start my D&D campaigns again. So you will see me uploading a YouTube video, but it'll be the recording of my live stream that I do on Wednesdays on my Twitch channel. So that is what my plan is right now. Whether or not that actually happens will depend on my health. If I have the events are decreasing in the length of time that they affect me for. The first one lasted hours. The second one lasted around 30 minutes. This most recent one was closer to 10 to 15 minutes. So they're decreasing in length, but they're increasing in frequency. The first one, again, was the first time it ever happened. The next one happened after about 3 weeks-ish, almost 4 weeks. The next one happened after 2 weeks. So they're not getting better. I am seeing a neurologist as well as my psychiatrist, my primary care physician, my therapist, and I'm also now seeing an anxiety specialist. So someone specifically trained and with specific experience about how to handle anxiety in a healthy way. He is another therapist, but again, his expertise is entirely in anxiety management. So my regular therapist recommended that I see him, if for no other reason than to kind of confirm to myself that I'm doing everything I can to deal with my anxiety and panic disorder and all these other things that I have. Again, I've had panic attacks for well over a decade. I have done an incredible amount of study into anxiety and healthy coping mechanisms and things like that. So I'm not expecting this guy to really, quote unquote, fix me. More of just give me a new perspective. We'll see. I've only seen the guy once. He's really nice. So yeah, that's the current plan for this channel. Is this next coming week I'm going to focus on trying to start up my campaigns again, and then hopefully the following week I will be making a video specifically for the YouTube channel to get things going and to try and start getting more regular uploads. If you guys have requests about stuff you'd like to see me cover, if you have a class that you want another in-depth guide for, if I'm actually going to start asking you guys, if you've never been to the Dungeon Masters Guild, the Dungeon Masters Guild is a website. It's a partnership between Wizards of the Coast, who owns Dungeons and Dragons, and Drive-Thru RPG, which is basically the leading online distributor of RPG digital content. So basically, like PDFs of adventures, everything. And it's not just Dungeon Masters Guild is just D&D content, but Drive-Thru RPG has everything. They've got basically, if it is an RPG that has digital stuff, you can probably find it there. So what the Dungeon Masters Guild is it's first of all the official place where Wizards of the Coast puts out all of their Adventure League content, which is their organized play program. And they also put up old stuff. Like you can get, I think you can get the first three, or I think you can get most of the core rule books for 4th edition on there. I believe you can get the core rule books for 3rd edition on there in PDF format. They have going all the way back to 2nd and a little bit of 1st edition. They've got adventures on there. They've got just tons and tons of stuff. But their big draw is their 5th edition content, which is not only, like I said, the Adventure League stuff and other things like that. It is also community created content. I've actually created 3 different things on there. I have a 4th thing that I need to finish to put it up on there. But one of them is a custom class I created called the Dragon Knight, and it's a platinum bestseller on there, which is the highest bestseller. Matt Mercer has released 2 subclasses and a new class on there. He created a gunslinger archetype for fighters, and then he created the Blood Hunter and an additional subclass for the Blood Hunter. And then he also created a new Bard College called the Bard of the Maestro. So there's a lot of really amazing stuff on there. If you've never gone to it, check it out. Just type in Dungeon Masters Guild and you'll find it immediately. If you guys find something on there that you would like me to do an in-depth guide on, very similar to my my in-depth guides on the traditional classes and stuff like that, let me know. Again, I am going to. There are only 12 classes in baseline Dungeons and Dragons. Eventually, I'm going to run out of content to do in-depth guides on, even with them continually releasing new content. Wizards of the Coast has specifically stated they're looking for quality over quantity, so they generally don't release tons of content, but when they do release it, it's good stuff. So if you guys want to peruse the Dungeon Masters Guild and check out stuff and find something like, I want to see an in-depth guide on this, let me know. If the item costs money, it is going to be relatively low on my list because, again, I'm making no money off of this channel. I'm not making any money off of my Twitch channel. I'm not making any. I'm barely making any money off my Patreon. So if it costs money, if it's a buck or two, it's okay. Anything more than that, and I'm probably going to go. You know what? I'm going to do something else for a little bit until I can find a way to pay for this stuff. But yeah, if you guys find stuff on there that you want me to do an in-depth guide on, let me know. I make sure it's the right thing. Just give me the title of the thing on the DM's guide, and I'll look at it and I'll do that. Otherwise, like I said, I'm going to go back to the other 10 classes I haven't covered. So that's the plan right now. I will also tell you guys, I started. I'll call it a secret project. Over a year ago now. It's taken a while to get everything to work. But it's a collaboration between me and another amazing YouTuber that I've been a fan of for years. And hopefully, again, a lot of it will depend on my health, but we're in the end stretch of the process of finalizing our collaboration and getting it. We just have like minor things to do for it to go up. That's going to hopefully be coming out within the next couple of weeks here. It may be longer than that. Again, it's taken a year for us to get as far as we have, because we're both very busy. But yeah, so look forward to that. The video itself will not be showing up on my channel. It'll be showing up on the other YouTuber's channel, whom will remain nameless for surprise reasons. But yeah, when it comes out, I'm really proud of what it is. I think the massive amount of work that we both have put into it really shows, and I think it's going to be really cool. So anyway, enough about that. So that's the channel. If all you came here for was to find out what's going on with the channel, that's it. Now I'm going to open my loot crate. If you haven't seen one of these before, I subscribed to Loot Crate. I think I've been doing it for almost a year now. And I love it. I love the mystery box aspects. I think I've only had like one, maybe two crates where I'm like, you know what? This month really wasn't worth it. Otherwise, generally, like they're worth so much more than what you pay for. I think total mine cost me like 20. I can't remember. It's between 20 or $30. I can't remember what the exact amount is once tax is involved, but it's definitely worth it. If for nothing else, then I get T-shirts, and I don't buy stuff for myself really ever. And the T-shirts themselves are great. They're generally high quality, and they they have cool geeky stuff on it. And normally shirts like that will run you 20 to $30. So the shirts alone generally are worth it for me. But let's see what they have. I have no idea what the theme is this month, so it looks cool. Oh, wow. The first thing in here is going to just... Wow. Okay. So the first thing I look at is... oh, yes. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Look at that. Black Panther. Unfortunately, due to my agoraphobia and social anxiety disorder, I'm not going to be able to see Black Panther until it comes out on Blu-ray or digital, because I can't handle going out. So no spoilers, please. But I've heard it's amazing. I'm actually a big fan of Black Panther. I've never read the comics, but I'm very familiar with the character, and I think from everything I've heard about this movie, not only does it get Black Panther right, but they get everything right. Apparently, the writing is phenomenal. The villain is great. All the supporting cast is great. I personally think that Black Panther was the best character in Civil War. And I thought Civil War was an okay movie. I thought there were some issues with it, and I thought that they missed a few marks, because I know the Civil War comic storyline, and I think the comic storyline is a lot better than the movie. The movie takes out so much of the nuance and so much of the kind of gray idea around it. It makes the whole Civil War very black and white. And that's not what it was in the comics. In the comics, it was this really deep, interesting thing. If you ever get a chance, find the collection, the Civil War collection. You can get the entire, like all the different comics and everything. I believe you can get all of it or most of it in a single. I think they're called trade paperbacks, I think is what it is, where it's just a bunch of comics all in one thing. It's a great read. It really, really is. It's an amazing storyline. So anyway, I thought Black Panther was the best thing that came out of that movie. I think the actor was great. I think the character he played was so cool. So I'm really, really excited to watch Black Panther when it does eventually come out on digital, which is probably how I'll watch it, is on Amazon or something like that. So that's this shirt. I am super happy about that shirt. The next thing is... I don't know what this is. Oh. It is a diorama The Expanse, which is not it's a show I've been told I need to watch. I have not watched it as of yet. And again, if you guys have watched this before, I am not the person that keeps everything in little boxes. The only thing I've ever done that to is I get Pez dispensers every so often. I get them as gifts a lot, but like I've got some Mario Pez dispensers. I've got like an 8-thing set of Star Wars Pez dispensers. Those I actually leave in the box because those are collector's items to me. But everything else, I take it out of the box every single time. So if watching things gets unboxed makes you nervous, then you're not going to like this. Wow, I already broke it? That's impressive. So that goes there. That doesn't have anything? Oh no, that moved. Ow. Wow, this is super... Alright, I'm not going to try and assemble this right now, but it's a diorama. I wanted to see if I could get the ship out, just to show you guys what it looks like. See? It's remarkably hard to put stuff like this together when you have a Tremor. But it looks cool, so I like that. And I like miniatures and things like that. So, oh, this is cool. This is, really? Really? That's what you're going to... This is hard enough with a Tremor. And then you have to make it harder. Oh. Come on, I want these. All right, so I have this. It's really hard to see here, but it says Pan Pacific Defense Corps. It is Pacific Rim Uprising coasters. They are coasters. So I like that. Coasters are always fun. I think I still have my Nintendo coasters down there. So that's cool. Oh, the theme this month is Protect. So that's cool. This looks like it is a poster. It is a Fallout poster. I'll try and see if I can show it. So this is the poster itself. It's really cool watercolor picture. And then on the back there is it's a coupon for a Fallout crate. So that's cool. I like posters and things like that. And then looks like the final thing in here is the pin. Oh, and that's cute. The pin this month is how to train your dragon. The thing with the pins is they actually they unlock something. I've gotten everything from I think 1 month I got the Thunder Megazord for Power Rangers Legacy Wars. I think I got a copy of Elder Scrolls Online 1 month. They're really cool. They unlock cool stuff. I've gotten comic books from it. So I can't. It doesn't have a, or maybe it'll tell me on this. No, it doesn't actually tell me what it unlocks, but I'll. It isn't just a pin, which I like the pins, but it does other things as well. So, anyway, that is the Loot Crate unboxing. So, hi, I'm back. I'm gonna slowly ease back into this, but yeah, we're gonna see how the next month or so goes, and yeah, that's all I can say. But I am slowly coming back. So to all of you that have stayed while I haven't been making content, and all of you guys that have been, posting such supportive content and comments, and all those, I read all of those. I love every single one of them. They mean the absolute world to me. They have made these past couple of weeks bearable. I think this is probably one of the longest stints I've had since I started creating YouTube videos that I haven't made content. And that's a big deal to me. This is, my therapist actually likes that I do stuff like this because it's a healthy way for me to deal with certain with my anxiety and depression. So yeah, I'm glad to slowly be back, and we'll see what happens. Again, I'm still fighting for. I'm still fighting to become a YouTube partner again. So if you if you just found this randomly because someone else shared it, please subscribe to the channel. I need 1,000 subscribers. I need 4,000 hours of content watched in the past year. You guys did such an amazing job when I was making content every day or every other day, that a huge chunk of that has already been watched. Yeah, so please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, because that makes it easier for the video to be seen. And again, with the fact that it's no longer monetized, there's a very good chance that that's going to make it significantly more difficult for people to see it, because YouTube no longer has any reason to push my content. Yeah, please like it. Commenting on it also makes it easier for other people to randomly find it. So again, if you guys have ideas for videos that you want me to cover, put them in the comments. If you have other things that you want to tell me, put it in the comments. I may eventually do like a Q&A video. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments. And I might, that might be my next video, is just a Q&A if I can get enough questions. So anyway, that's all for me, and I will see you guys next time. All right. Bye-bye.